Hi guys, and thank you for tuning in to Gloryfall Interactive here on Light Network, a resource for you and your worship team to become better musicians and worship leaders. Today we're working on the song Believe from the album Believe. It's in the key of D. We're going to give you tips on how to approach this song and use it in a time of worship.
The song starts with a heavy guitar part, and the chords are G, D, D over F sharp, and A. So it sounds like this. When you're playing with heavy distortion, you have to make sure that all of the notes sound clear. So this song is really simple. So I just played normal open chords. So I was playing bass notes first before hitting the higher section of the chord. So like that. So you have to make sure that all of the notes sound clear, because when there's too much gain going on, all of the notes of the chords tend to sound unclear. So it will also help if you find the sweet spot of your guitar when you're strumming like up here near the bridge. It's gonna sound really clear, bright. The more you get closer to the neck, the more it gets darker. So for this one, I chose like around here.
So for the verse lines that I use, which is basically 16th notes, it will be more tighter in feel if you play on the bridge position. Next thing that I want to talk about is the chordal technique that I use for the bridge part, which is the main driving line of that part of the song. Sounds like this. So I was playing that assuming that you're using a 4-string bass. For a 5-string bass, you can play it like this, so it will be less of a movement for your left hand. Remember, in playing chordal technique, that you are playing the root of the note that you're playing, and also the third or the octave of the third note from that root note. So a major chord will look like this, a minor chord will look like this.
Believe is a piano-driven song, and most of the time it's going to be the piano taking the highlight for most part. The intro is basically your A, but playing only the notes Re, Do sharp, and then La. You will be hearing this riff almost all throughout the song except for the verse parts. So what I need us to do is to make sure that we build stamina and trying to play the notes right every time. An exercise would be to do this. You repeat that over and over again until you build hand strength, but just for the purpose of making it through the song, use the stronger fingers. And this is what I usually do. My middle finger, pointer, thumb. Just the 3. And I know this sounds different from what we have learned, but like what I mentioned, just to be able to make it through the song, it's this 3 fingers. So for the intro, it sounds like this. And then it repeats over and over again.
We're in 6/8. The eighth note gets the beat. There's 6 beats in the measure, and the eighth note equals 150 beats per minute. Let's start by looking at the verse. The unique thing here is there's no accent on 4, so slowly this is the pattern. When I record and play songs, I try to look at ways to develop the song without changing the patterns too much so it has continuity through the song. And what happens later on in the song is instead of a buzz, it becomes a snare on the second part. It sounds like this. Okay, and so that's the verse grooves. Let's put it on the metronome and play along. I'll play one pattern of each. Okay, now let's consider the verse groove. It's all on the snare, so it's almost got a marching feel. And it develops into this on the second verse.
It's important to understand the background of the songs you sing and to make sure the songs you're using in a time of worship are biblically based. Believe comes from Psalms 37. And it's true, as the verse says, trust in the Lord, that we really need to just put our trust in the Lord and believe in Him and believe everything that He says. His word is true, His promises are good, and we can trust Him.
I believe you. I believe you. I believe. I will wait upon the Lord. He has good things for me. I will trust in the Lord. He has the best for me. I will wait upon the Lord. He has good things for me. I will trust in the Lord. He has the best for me. I believe you. I believe you. I believe you. I believe. I believe you. I believe you. I believe you. I believe. I commit my way to you and trust you in all I do. I delight myself in you, for you alone are good. I commit my way to you and trust you in all I do. I delight myself in you, for you alone are good. I believe you. I believe you. I believe you.
We hope this has been helpful for you. Remember, as you push on towards excellence, it's not about performance, it's about worship. Make Gloryfall Interactive your resource for worship leading. You can do this by connecting with us through Facebook, facebook.com/gloryfall, or through our website, gloryfall.net. Also at our website are play-along tracks for the song that you heard today for additional practice as an extra resource for you. Thank you for tuning in to Gloryfall Interactive here on Light Network, working with you for excellence in worship.